All right, I want to do a quick video. This is my 2025 CF Moto 675 SS. And I had thoughts and plans of buying the Yamaha or the Honda, but I just really like this bike. I've seen that, of course, it being new, there's a lot of, not a lot, I should say, of aftermarket stuff that's offered for this thing of yet. One of the things I wanted was a phone holder. And of course, I noticed with phone holders, there were a lot of them that you could get that would go into the center here of the triple tree. But of course, as you see, the steering stabilizer's in the way. And of course, they got to kind of clamp around the edges right here. There's nothing going there. I went to a bike shop one day asking some of the guys there if they knew of any options on that. And they said they didn't have anything to offer me. And I went and looked at all the new Kawasaki's from the Z50 all the way up. And I noticed every one of them had, right here under this bolt, they had a little rubber plug, just like the CF Moto does, a little rubber plug right here. And I pulled the rubber plug out, and it's a threaded hole. Nothing in the bottom of it is not to hold anything together. It's just a threaded hole. And so I noticed on the Kawasaki's that they use the same controller on everything. And so what that hole was for, like on the Z50, was for mirrors. And so my idea was get a phone mount that is one of the under mirror style mounts, and just get a bolt and put in here. And of course, which you can see, that's what I did. This is just a cheap Amazon $22 phone mount, but it's mounted solid. It's not going anywhere. I've not had 1 ounce of problem with it since I've put it on. And so that might help not just you CF Moto guys, maybe some other folks as well. But if you'll notice that all those bikes have it. I looked, my daughter's got an old Ninja 250. It's even got the little rubber plug right here. And so pretty interesting that I've not seen anybody mention anything about that. And of course, you know, it's real easy. I got my wire charger right here as well, so I can be able to plug in real easy to my phone. Another thing I did, somebody said something about the exhaust on these, and of course, it's just the Team U stuff, and there's a couple of things on eBay right now. I love the way the factory one looks. It's just a touch quiet. What I did was, I got myself a long drill bit. When I say long, about 12 inches long, where I could get up inside of these grill holes right here. I thought this cover would come off easy because it's just, there's 2 bolts right here that you can see, but there's another bolt hiding back here behind the rear set. And so instead of trying to get all that loose, what I did was, as you go up in here about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches up, there is a cutoff where the pipe comes, and it's just a solid, like a solid metal wall up in there. And so I just got a drill bit small enough to fit inside of these grill holes, and I just poked 2 or 3 small holes in there. And when I say small, like I say, just big enough to fit in that, and maybe 4 holes. But it just gave it a little bit more growl, I guess you'd say, when it's idling. And I'm still breaking it in, so I can't really tell you that it's any louder when you're sure enough to give it some gas. But anyway, just some little tidbit stuff. So far though, I love the bike. I'm so used to 90s bikes and everything being analog and carburetors and all that, so this is a big change for me. But I hope that video helped you, especially with that phone mount, because I know I was running into brick walls and I couldn't find anything, and that's definitely an option that works great.